Broken Gamer 8. In today's YouTube video, I'm going to guess 9 Fortnite weapons that will get vaulted in Chapter 3, Season 3. There we go. Wow, that's a interesting one to say. We're only now a few weeks away from the season. I'll do an unvaulted version of this on the 30th, I think. Is that out of date? I don't know. So, yeah. So this is one of the things that I like to do each season, you see, where, yeah, I just do this each season where I predict it. Some of it was accurate and some of it's not. But I'll be back. So we'll get into the list when I land. I'm not going to actually talk much about it now, but I have got the list on my phone, so I have got to stay on my phone most of the time and text at the same time, which is fun. Right, if I can move now, that'd be good. Right, the list is ready, yeah. God. It takes me forever to do videos sometimes. I mean, posting it takes like 2 hours, so I've got a new idea on what I'm going to do for this video. I'm going to edit it on stream, and then I'll end the stream. And then, yeah, post it. Anyway. Let's get into number 1. So number 1 on the list is the LMG. So the LMG came back this season, was introduced in Chapter 1, Season 5, I remember that bit. It was in blue and purple, however now it's green, blue, purple and gold. And actually there's an LMG there. I think, yeah. Yeah, there never used to be a green version of this up until now. It also used to have 100 bullets and shoot quicker but do less damage and was less accurate. When it returned this season they changed it a lot, so that is... yeah, I quite like it actually. I use it because it's more of an AR now. It used to be more of an SMG, but I really still use it as an SMG. So that's sort of what I'm used to, but if I don't have an AR, I'll use it as an AR, but I'd rather use this over most SMGs now after their nerfs they've had this season. At the start of the season, the combat SMG was obviously compact, two different SMGs, but the combat SMG was probably the best one. But yeah. Number 2 on the list is the Anvil rocket launcher, or the Javelin, or the anti-tank thing, whatever you want to call it. This thing definitely won't stay in the next season, because these are obviously for tanks, and the war season will be over next season, and tanks will be in the game next season. So yeah, this wouldn't exist, but it just wouldn't make sense to have it for other vehicles. So it pretty much is guaranteed. But this is in blue, purple, and gold rarity, and it came out in the first update of the season. It was a content update like the one we had yesterday. Also, quick add is that so for an example, the recon scanner and railgun, or the wild beat stuff, don't play a part in this video. It's just the general weapons that are in the game. Right, number 3 on the list. One of my favourite guns actually, quite sad to see. This is the Ranger shotgun. The Ranger shotgun was introduced this season in all rarities from grey to gold, except for exotic and mythic, that doesn't exist, but it's one of my favourite shotguns this season. I mean, the drum shotgun's good. I think the drum shotgun and the Ranger shotguns are definitely the best this season. Then probably the strike pump, then the automatic shotgun, but yeah. The Ranger shotgun was my absolute favourite shotgun, and this season, then it's probably the drum shotgun. Like, I'd probably take a grey Ranger over that green drum shotgun. Just my preference. But pretty much, I have a feeling that this won't go into next season. I mean, there is not loads of evidence to prove this, but I still have a feeling that it might not survive to the next season, but we'll see. And actually, this is number 4. Number 4 on the list is the drum shotgun. So, the drum shotgun came out in Chapter 1, Season 9, in grey, green and blue rarities. And then it's got vaulted in Season 10, X, Chapter 1. And now it's the first time coming back in Chapter 3, Season 2. However, this time it's been nerfed a little bit, been changed, and they've also, instead of it just being grey, green and blue rarities, it's also purple and gold added onto that. One of the main shotguns this season, it was the main shotgun before the Ranger shotgun was introduced. But then I think the Ranger shotgun kind of replaced it. That was just a waste of my shield. But yeah, I think the Ranger shotgun probably replaced it, at least it did for me anyway. Number 5 on the list is the revolver. Now the revolver's been in since day 1, then taken out. It was originally in grey, green and blue rarities, and then in Chapter 1 Season 9, Epic introduced purple and gold, there we go, rarities of it, and now it's back in the game. I'm not going to go over the amount of times it's been brought back into the game because it's a weapon that's been in and out loads, but pretty much I've got unvaulted this season, which I just predicted that weapon and I did get that one right. But I don't see it going around for much longer now. I mean, and hardly anyone uses it, and normally when the revolver comes back, other than the start of the game, it just normally lasts one season, you'll get vaulted and then it'll come back in a few months' time. So I expect it to go, but I don't expect it to be forever. I expect it to come back in a couple of seasons' time. I actually don't mind the revolver. When it gets into its higher rarities, it's actually not so bad then, but who knows. Now, number 6. A weapon that was... Actually, right. Why did I start it like that? Number 6. The Heavy Sniper. A weapon that was introduced in Chapter 1, Season 5. Yeah, interesting gun this is, because it one-shots all walls. And before it was added, I remember it used to be able to shoot through walls, but then they changed it for when it got released, because now they filled it with 2 powered. Those aren't my words, it was someone else's by the way, but it was meant to shoot through walls, but then Epic changed their mind, which I'm glad they did, but now we've got the railgun, so people have to believe me, that's fine, but yeah. It used to just be in purple and gold rarities, however now it's blue, purple and gold, and this is actually... No, it got added in Chapter 1 Season 5, I think it got removed in Season 9, came back in Chapter 2 Season 2, and it came back in Chapter 3 Season 2. There we go. It's probably my go-to sniper, to be honest with you. Heavy sniper and hunting rifle are my 2 favourite snipers. And no, the hunting rifle is not for trick shots. I just like it because I'm just better with that and the heavy than I am with other snipers. I don't know why. I'm going to die here. I don't want to waste my shotgun. Wait, what do I think of this? There's still another guy up there. What's up there? Number 7, the weapon that was introduced this season but sort of, the Striker Burst. Now, this is interesting because we've had the original burst, and we're not going to go into all of that because I just can't be bothered with that. But it's been changed loads. However, this is sort of a different weapon now. The Striker Burst shoots 2 bullets in the burst too, and it has a scope on it that shoots significantly slower. Now, a lot of people like it, especially people who play no builds. A lot of people like it, but to me, I think I hate it very much so. I don't know why. You can get the few good shots with it, but nah. But yeah, again, the people who play no builds, they tend to like it a lot more, I've seen. Number 8, Thermal AR. Again, another weapon from last season I predicted to come back was the Thermal Assault Rifle. This was because in Creative, it had an update that made it go from not being automatic to being automatic. And this season, the thermal AR, which is more of a sniper than an assault rifle, by the way, is actually a very good weapon, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot better than what it used to be. It used to be purple and gold, now it's blue, purple and gold, which tends to be a bit of a trend. But I did quite like it, I do quite like it, so now, but I used to hate it, I used to one of my least favourite weapons, but now I do tend to use it as well, because it's better than the snipers, other than the heavy sniper. It's better than the hunter bolt. Right, number 9. Now, at the time I was making this list, we had the voting between the bubble shield or the balloons. So I just said, number 9, bubble shield or balloons. But as we know, balloons have come back now. So, number 9, balloons. Balloons are very interesting because they were introduced during season Chapter 2, Season 7. They were in purple rarity. And instead of them being like how they are now, you can actually take full damage. I'm just going to keep talking. You can take full damage from... You used to be able to take full damage from the balloons. However, now you can't do that anymore after a bunch of changes. But yeah. Alright guys, that's the end of this Broken Gamer 8 YouTube video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and I'll see you guys in that next video on Monday for another Broken Gamer 8 YouTube video. That's the end of the video. Bye guys!